The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 135. You get the Nasdaq down 46. S&Ps are down 16. Gold contract down 80 cents, trading at $12.82 an ounce. We have silver down 5 cents, $17, 1 cent an ounce. Copper's off 2 pennies at $3.04 a pound. Light sweet crude. We get the numbers coming out today. There was a lot of oil last night.
Yeah,
it was a plus.
It's like 6 million barrels.
6 million barrels. Yeah. Oil's down 57 cents, $55.13 a barrel. Notes and bonds, notes up 9 ticks, 125.01. 30-year bond up 30 ticks, 153.26. And good old King Dollar down 103 ticks, 93.620. The euro's at 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is trading out here at 112 3/4 to the U.S. dollar. We go take a look at the VIX out here.
So when's the last time we started, and as we jump to the VIX, we started the week off with 3 days with the Dow down triple digits, at least to start the day? In a row. I don't know, right?
I thought it was against the law.
It might be. We'll see what happens.
I think it is against the law, actually.
14 VIX, 1390, not bad.
This VIX though, look at that. That is a move.
We'll talk to our man Tom from Plymouth maybe later in the hour with his
that's
T-VIX,
the
right?
T-VIX. He's going to be good. Now let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you want to understand the option market upside down, you want to understand the futures market upside down, got a great show, strategies right across the board. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How we doing?
Look at that VIX, man. This is. I thought this was outlawed, Kevin. But as you said yesterday, you start seeing that move.
Laws change every day,
Exactly.
I think.
Exactly. I mean, and here's the thing. Isn't it an interesting times we live in when we're excited by a 13 VIX?
I know.
Because what is the historical average, Kevin? You've said it, like 15 something, 16?
15.39.
Seems astronomical.
Once it turned into the S&P 500, and once it measured that, it's about 15 and change.
I almost don't believe it.
Seriously. It really is hard to comprehend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing that, what happens when we've had such a calm market, too, that you can be down like 2 or 3% and you think it's the end of the world.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin, it's wild.
Why is the market down today? It's gone straight up.
It's Wednesday, baby.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
No, exactly. I remember in 1996, we had been going up for so long, folks. We were going up for like 2.5 years straight. And I remember this so well because the market only pulled back like 10%. And literally, people thought it was the end of the world.
Sure.
Because it was 6 weeks, you know what I mean? It was it was one of these things. I remember being in a bar, these guys like freaking out. You know what I'm saying? I said, don't sell, man. You know what I mean? It's like, we're down 10%.
Friday was the first time we had a closing negative week in the S&P in, 2 months, right? And so
crazy.
it's like,
Right. Wow.
Right. I mean, this is completely normal and shouldn't be overreacted by anybody. I mean, what you have here is, the Russell.
Right.
Has really stopped going up and is struggling here. And that's bleeding in to some of the other averages. And you've got interest rates really, the inflation numbers today were not great. They were okay. They were in line, but they weren't great.
Yeah.
Right. So now the bonds are stronger based on that. But you're really not getting any major follow through here in any of these. And each day, what we've been discussing on the air is, it's been you've been okay if you bought the dip each day.
Oh man,
there's been quite a run up.
Listen, when we got off the air yesterday with you, right? So picture, when we were on the air with you, we were down $1.40 in the Dow. That's not a lot because we're such a big number. But the bottom line is by the time Tommy and I got off the air, which was only 35 minutes later, and you were getting on with swim lessons, guess what? It was down 70, and by the end of the day, it was down 40, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have a nice day buying dips in this market, getting out of them as they recover about halfway. So, we were down about 13 early this morning. Right before the 7:30 number, they were only down 8. Now they were just down 19. Now they're down about 15.
Right.
So there's some nice ebb and flow here in these markets.
No, there is. There's no doubt about it. And, what you do have is that we're going to have a lot of different variations coming into the end of the year. Because between the tax bill, it's going to be like people...
Everything's got a deadline, right?
Yeah,
It's
people are up with money. It's like, okay, am I going to sell now? Is my tax lower? There's going to be a lot of moving pieces
it's been quite
here.
a year for locking in some profits of people, yeah.
Right, and that shouldn't surprise anybody.
No.
As we get into December, people take a little profit here at the end of the year. They've probably had a great year, and they're looking to lighten their load a little bit. That's perfectly acceptable, especially if, remember, Janet, it's going to raise rates in December.
Yeah.
So higher interest rates could affect the stock market. So there's a lot of things to, consume and digest between now and the end of the year.
No, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. So what are we going to be talking about today?
So consistent with our week here about combos, right?
Yes.
Today we're talking about iron condors and theta, decay.
Yep. Decay. You got to love decay, man.
Right. Decay,
especially when we
that
finally
thing
have
that works
some...
for you.
I was just going to say...
Every day. Think about this. Options only trade 5 days a week.
Yes.
Decay is 7 days a week.
I know. That's pretty intense.
It'd be nice we finally have some volatility premium actually to decay from, too, right? In terms of, really, that VIX.
Yeah.
Right. Higher implied volatility, bigger premiums and options, higher levels of decay.
No, there's no doubt. And, Kevin, Tommy and I were talking about this yesterday. Because of in the gold market, right? The options in the gold market have been really inexpensive, right? Mm-hmm. And it's blowing my mind some days. Like a couple of weeks ago, I said, I can't believe that I can buy it at this point. But then what did end up happening, I saw across the Bloomberg, that in gold, this was the lowest volatility in 7 years. And, isn't that wild? And it's like, it's pretty cool because, I traded a lot. But I know, when I was getting the option, it was so close to the price. I'm saying to myself, man, this doesn't even make sense. Sure. Because I know gold can move $10 or $20 up or down like a heartbeat. Yeah. So, as the defined risk, it's totally, to me, where it's at. You know what I mean?
Right. But, Tom, think about it. Even today, though, you had the E-minis down pretty handily.
Yes.
You had the dollar sharply lower, and gold was only a pretty muted response. To both those things. It was, if you're long gold right now, that was probably a pretty disappointing reaction to those numbers.
Listen, man, there's no doubt if you're long gold, okay, even the last couple of years with this type of liquidity that it can't stay over 1,300. That's real. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hey, there's plenty of money out here. You know what I mean? It's like every other asset class has gone up. It's like, okay, what's happening? You know what I mean? Is everyone in Bitcoin? I don't think so. But, I've thought it through a few times. It's like, okay, there's plenty of bread out here. But guess what? It hasn't gone into that market yet.
Right, pretty amazing new market we're in. But remember something. Remember, we rallied a long way on extremely low interest rates.
Yes.
And I think even though, December's pretty much a done deal in terms of raising rates, how are they going to respond to next year? I'm already out looking to next March.
It's always about the outlook.
It totally is. Right here, folks, 45 minutes from now, go to TFNN, hit Tiger TV. You're going to get a great show. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. Of course, we look forward to the show in 45 minutes.
Always love coming on. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Larry Pezzavento and John Jameson are teaming up for a live hour-long webinar Wednesday, November 15th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, titled The Hidden Secrets Behind Trading and Investing in Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are some of the most volatile trading markets in the world right now, and this is a webinar that you will not want to miss. In this live 60-minute webinar, John and Larry will discuss a variety of topics, including where cryptocurrencies trade and how to get started, how to recognize supply and demand in cryptocurrencies, and the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why knowing this one piece of information puts you in the top 1% of cryptocurrency traders, as well as many more topics. Visit the front page of TFNN.com for all the information and to sign up today for Fibonacci 24/7, and we'll see you Wednesday, November 15th for the hidden secrets behind trading and investing in cryptocurrencies.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So Dow is down 126. You get the Nasdaq off 39. S&Ps are off 15. Percentage-wise, what you have out here is that you have the Dow down 0.5%, S&P 6, and the Nasdaq 6. We get over and we take a look at Bitcoin out here. Bitcoin, we got a roller coaster as usual. The low out here last night was 65.42. You're at 72.05. Big action.
Not quite highs.
Yeah.
Give it an hour and we might
give
get
it an
there.
hour. And when we talk about giving it an hour, guess what? This afternoon, folks, at 5 o'clock. Okay?
5:30.
5:30. We got a great workshop for you.
Totally. So John Jameson, Larry Pesavento. John's going to jump on the program with you, I believe, 3:15 Eastern Time.
Oh, perfect.
Just give a little bit of a teaser for 10 minutes. Talk about what's coming up at 5:30. He and Larry, the hidden secrets behind trading and investing in cryptocurrencies. We had John on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Talked about it a bit. Bitcoin, Ethereum, kind of the two differences, along with some other great topics they're going to be talking about. You can sign up for Fibonacci 24/7. The event's tonight, 5:30 till 6:30. It'll be archived if you can't attend live. This might be a workshop that you want to watch a couple times, too, because in terms of going through stuff.
For sure.
And I was talking to John yesterday even, saying, you know, there may be questions in this workshop, and don't get too caught up in the questions because he's just going to cover so much, and he'll be able to answer them in emails, all that stuff. So great information. There's a list of what he's going to be talking about. I encourage people to just click on the link, go through here, you know, talking about the single most important question to ask, how to recognize areas of supply and demand, the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, and why knowing this is just so essential, put you in the top 1% of cryptocurrency traders. Understanding the technology behind them and why it's about to change the world, and you know, it's some powerful stuff. Blockchain technology is not going anywhere, man. And
except up. Yeah. Right.
I mean, it can literally revolutionize the internet. It's its own version of, you know, basically laying another layer on the internet that can kind of change everything.
And you know, if we go over right into Square this morning, what you're going to see is that, you know, Square is trading up 88 cents, $40.62.
That's a decent move on a $40 stock. You know, you're looking at 2%.
And, you know, that's been going up anyway, but the bottom line is that they came out this morning and, let's see, the Square may be the next to share in Bitcoin's mind-boggling gains. The payment company is letting some users of its Square Cash app purchase Bitcoin. Square Cash lets customers store money and send peer-to-peer payments without having to connect to a bank account. It recently rolled out a physical card to let consumers keep cash on its platform and spend directly from Square Cash. Now,
go ahead.
Well, what I said to you a little bit earlier, it's going to be really intriguing, as to how this works, is that if you buy something on Bitcoin, on Square, and are they going to be responsible for your Bitcoin on Square, which would be really cool?
Sure. At least you're not trusting an exchange you're not familiar with, right?
Right.
As in, at least you're as reliable as the company. Now, the company goes bankrupt, maybe you lose everything, right?
Yeah.
But you're talking about a mammoth public company.
Right.
That's where, and hopefully they have the technology
And a regulated
to
company.
safeguard that. Right.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Right.
And, there's a lot more details to come from this, but you can see where the tides are going, and the tides are not going backwards.
No, they're not.
They are going forwards,
They're
and as
not.
it becomes more available, and this is kind of just a glimpse of, that's why I'm so excited about tonight, seriously, where it's just the beginning, and if you can gain an edge on people and information, and you really are at that point, because it's not mainstream, and
No.
for the type of acceleration it's had, and it's still such a small market cap. You're talking
Right.
about, there's only going to be, I think it's 22 million Bitcoins ever produced. So even at, 7,000, you're talking about a small market cap. And if that ever becomes mainstream and everybody's using it, man,
Right.
one Bitcoin could be $100,000.
Oh, well,
There's no, everything's perspective, as in.
And what you had last night, what the news is saying anyway, your surge here is because the military took over in Zimbabwe.
I heard some
And so,
headlines about that.
the Zimbabwe, they have a Bitcoin exchange.
Okay.
Anyway, so the bottom line is that it, did it take off because people are trying to get money out as quick as possible? You know what I mean?
No, I heard and Bloomberg, somebody had said it on Bloomberg this morning, and I had to smile because it was a great saying. It said, when you wake up in your country and the news anchor isn't on TV and there's a military person on TV and they're telling you there's not a military coup, there's probably a military coup.
Right.
And that's, it is pretty intriguing. You literally have a guy in fatigues taking the place of the news anchor,
totally.
telling you there's not a military coup going on.
Right.
That's probably a hallmark of a military coup.
Yeah,
It's
slightly.
like you had to chuckle at, man, it's like it doesn't get much more ridiculous. But,
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at the strength versus the weakness. First, inside the Dow Industrials, what we have out here this morning is that the strength is J.P. Morgan. That's putting 3 positive points. Nike's putting 2, taken away from it. You get Caterpillar putting 24 negative, 3M 15, Apple 11, IBM 8.
And just before you jump away from that, it's always intriguing, right? When you get a big down day, guess what? The expensive stocks are all down. And look at the stocks that are up, $56, $100, 97, 18,
Wow.
44, 33.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the $200 stocks are all down. The $50, $18, $44. Look, I mean, it's
Means
$33.
nothing.
They're
Yeah.
and so
Right.
that's where that
Right.
price weighted.
And if we go over to Big Blue, you're going to see, all these 13F filings have been coming out. And Berkshire Hathaway sold another big position. Now,
There you go.
When you're looking at this is what's going to get interesting here.
Yeah.
Is that these are always 45 days. They're not 45 days late. The regulation is they come out at 45 days. So you see that Berkshire sold 17 million. Well, when you look at that, it's like, okay, man, did he sell another 17 in the last 45 days? Because when you look at the chart, you can see that, you've come down pretty much like, what's that, 3 weeks? That's October 23rd.
Sure, yeah.
So it's real possible. And
Yeah, I agree, because, this is September 30th right there.
Okay.
So somehow they got out, in this region.
Yeah.
And what if their plan is to completely liquidate? And what
Totally.
if they got, talk about getting a bonus,
They get a
right?
bump.
Where you
Yeah,
say,
like-
we were planning on liquidating more.
Right.
Well, geez, we're going to do it as it spikes
Right.
above 160 for sure. And
Right.
maybe that's some of the reason that there's this sell-off, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now watch this one. This gets interesting about the aspect of who made money and who lost money on this GE downdraft. This is pretty incredible. I was looking at this last night. So first, we can look at the buyers, right? I'll put the buyers up. And if you're watching Target TV, you want to look at the 930 level.
Yes.
Now, this person here must be flipping right out because Barrow Hanley must be, I'm not sure if it's a fund or what it is.
Yeah.
But they just came in, bought 52 million shares as of September 30th, right?
That's a $1 billion position?
Yeah,
You know, on a $20 stock.
and it's down $7.
Right.
Since then, I agree. So from September 30th to here, you know, it's down 7.
Seriously.
American Capital Group, they bought 39 million. They kept their position.
Yeah,
that went up higher.
50 million.
Now watch the. I just
there's New Providence, same deal. They bought 35 million from nothing.
There's so many of them. Isn't that amazing? Now watch this. There's a couple heroes out here that sold everything. There's the first one right there. Look at that.
Yep.
Sold 7.7 million shares, nothing left. But here's Berkshire Hathaway again, right there. And it's interesting because that hasn't been picked up by the main news media yet.
Yeah.
Berkshire.
They sold basically everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they saved $58 million there. 7 days, 56.
Totally.
Whatever.
Yeah. No. Right.
Isn't that wild?
It is. We're gonna have oil numbers right after this break.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
Let's get them, baby.
You got it.
877-927-6648. Dow is down 124. Nasdaq's off 34. S&P's down 14. Come right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So oil inventories rose 1.85 million barrels EIA. That's a lot less than the API had.
Yeah.
Gasoline inventories rose 894,000 barrels.
And maybe it is less. We got a little bit of a pop. So You put in a nice little quick trade here during the break. 55.25 being our point for bullish and bearish spread. We got a $1.50 to the upside, $1.50 to the downside till noon, and this cost us about $34 total. So
Right.
about $17 on each side. So you're looking at, call it 35 cents away from 55.25. And we see that was the bar at 10.25. That's why I write about 55.25. Gotten a little bit of a pop. And let's pull this over. So the median estimate was a decline of 2.4 million barrels. Interesting. 1.8 was the rise. Median estimate was a decline of 2.4. Cushing crude was a decline of 1.5 million. PADD 3 crude was an increase of 2.8 million. Look at the gasoline difference as well. We saw a rise of almost 900,000 versus an estimate of a decline of 1.5 million. Distillates came in at minus about 800K versus an estimate of minus 1.8 million.
So it's going to be intriguing here because if it doesn't get slammed down, I mean, that is saying we got plenty of oil everywhere.
It is, yeah,
you know?
for sure.
We'll see where it goes.
over.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. The first move is always not the move that matters,
you go.
man, for sure.
There you
So
go.
I had pulled the ticket with the bullish one to the forefront because that's the one. Maybe if you're going to take profit, right?
Right.
We'll now move the bearish one to the front because that's the one with all the value.
Right.
So yeah, again, 55.25. So you're looking 35 cents below there. So 54.90.
Right.
Would you break even to the downside? And again, it's nice. You'll have till noon on here, so an hour and a half.
And what happened here on this volatility trade, folks, which was nice, is it was very close. It was only 2 pennies off, right?
It
when
was.
We did
It was
right.
trading at about 55.27.
Okay.
So
right.
about 2 cents to the bullish side. But that's pretty sweet when you're trying to make a volatility trade. And basically, you know, it's nice.
And you have to noon instead of 11. Which
Very
is
true.
Which
and
is
the
really
reason
good.
why even we jumped to noon is just to pull it up. So here are our commodity spreads, right? We jumped in till noon, and just getting a feel, we jumped into the 230s, and those had $55. So they weren't going to line up exactly with 55.25. Whereas you went into the noon ones. Oops, those were the 10 a.m.s. Yes, the noon expirations, and there was our 55.25 to the upside and 55.25 to the downside.
Not bad.
Totally. Now, you know, just real quick before we jump, the other trades you can always make in here when it lines up like that, let me jump back, the 10 a.m. till noon, is you can do a straight futures trade almost, right? That's where this spread was 54.50 to 56.
Yeah.
Middle of that spread is 55.25.
That's right.
You could have risked 75 cents to the upside for 75 cents to the downside, and you basically would have gotten in right at market. It's a nice trade if you want to trade futures. And you just want to
Directionally,
make sure that you can't lose more than what you're risking, and you're
Right.
risking $75 to potentially make $75.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice when they line up like that.
It's pretty
Before
amazing.
we click away,
Right.
all right, 55.17. We'll see where that shakes out.
Okay, now you got to hammer it. Hammer it away, baby.
That's right.
Let's go inside the NDX 100, see what's going on inside the NDX. Strength out here is Vertex Pharmaceutical. That's up 1.4%. Tractor Supply 1.2. Taken away from it, Skyworks down 2.4. Nvidia 2%. Allergen 1.8 and Hasbro 1.6.
Saw Apple down as well today with maybe Skyworks.
Yeah, Apple got hit yesterday pretty good. Yeah, so Apple's off 176. We're at 169. And this is where, you know, once you get closer to, 164 is a long way down, but that would get you into the range.
Yeah, I mean, we were down to 168.38 this morning, which is a whole $1.50 below where we are already.
And well, you know, it's intriguing that if you're looking at that crosshair right now, the close of the gap is 168.50, so it did it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
so that's going to get intriguing to see that, okay, first time down, got it done. Now the real question is going to be, is it just closing the gap, or, in fact, do you have some juice down there and it's going to be right back down there again? Some of the higher volume stocks, there's a few of them getting nailed out here this morning. You have Target. We'll go back to Target in a second. That's down 10%.
Yeah.
Let's do that right now.
Sure. It's quite a move.
So,
quite a move.
$54, 58 cents. Man. You get volume behind it. This
Market might be scared they're going to get lost in the shuffle of Walmart and Amazon.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Let's take a look what they say.
There you go. Target's bid to fight Walmart on prices, squeezes margins.
Posted just to point out, look, Wednesday in part because the investments made to lower prices, boost wages, and develop new brands. Yeah, remodeling more than 1,000 locations. Remodeling. Imagine you're trapped in stores and you're spending money to remodel, and we're all on the computer hitting like, send me some more paper towels.
Yeah.
To Amazon. Oh my God.
It's interesting. So it's all part of the $7 billion multi-year plan to get the cheap chic retailer back on more solid footing. Speed is of the essence, though, as rival Walmart's pushing deeper into fashion. It's just reached a deal to sell Lord & Taylor merchandise on its website beginning next year. So the result reflects the impact of the short-term investments for the longer-term benefit, Moody's said. Profit margins are getting squeezed as a result of Target's tactical pricing investments, as well as the persistent market share battles with Amazon and Walmart in multiple categories. Man, I would not want to be up against Amazon and Walmart.
Seriously, man.
Those are two companies that, it seems like the only company that has a shot to compete retail-wise with Amazon is Walmart. And Target might get lost in that shuffle.
Now, look at this one, Accord Therapeutics. This baby got cut in half.
I saw that. So they had a patient die, I believe, in one of their trials.
Right, for Parkinson's disease.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. I'm just going to show you something here, too, folks. These high-volume lows, when you have them, you got to pay attention to them because they just drop out of bed. And it's like, I was watching this morning. I mean, look at this thing. That was sticking out like a sore thumb. $17.95.
Sure.
Guess what?
September 1st.
$17.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like it always intrigues me. Like to me, my theory is that's the supply and demand curve. There it is. And it's like, okay, going down there again. If you get down there with too much volume, guess what?
Yeah.
The
only counterpoint against that is that, man, you're gambling a little bit when you're playing with the companies that are risking everything on their drugs. In terms of they live and die off the progress of any drug. So you should know that when you have basically, like Target doesn't do that. Target's not going to announce in a month whether their store is going to be open or closed.
Right.
Whereas you might have an announcement in a month where a drug that's going to define that company is either going to go forward or, unfortunately, it's like literally killing patients they're trying it on, and that's just going to end end it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous.
No doubt. Let's go over and take a look at the S&P as the S&P is getting a boost right again. Look at this.
Oh, boy. Another day. I mean, just before you back away, look at it.
No, I'm bringing her closer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was just going to say, look at yesterday, right? Tuesday skyrocketing. And then I was going to say, I thought that was Monday. That's the overnight session. But it's the same thing, right? Lower in the open, pop. Yeah. Lower in the open, pop. Same thing Monday if we back it up.
Right there, too.
Okay, these are the days. Good. Yeah. Okay, I thought the gray was the overnight. That's where these are. I guess they just separate the days. I thought that was like overnight versus day. Yeah. So there's the open, pop, open, pop, open, pop. What did Kevin Hanks say? Man, buying those dips.
Yeah, but look at this though too. These are all lower lows.
Yep.
Lower highs.
That's quite a channel, right?
Yeah.
They match up almost all the highs. And look at that lows.
Sell. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are down 97. Look at that, man. You get the S&Ps off 11. NASDAQ is down 24. Gold contract, they're hitting gold. Gold's down to 340 at 12.79.50. We have silver down 5 cents, $17. King Dollar's making a comeback. That's only down 68 ticks right now.
Let's check back in on oil real quick. So, unfortunately, it's right at that point we don't want it at, but it's nice that's where you have an hour.
Thank God I got 12.
That's right. You know, I expect this is going to bounce around a bit. We've seen some serious volatility on oil. Just to back things up a bit, there's some kind of volatility that we like to see. So give it an hour. We'll see where it shakes out. But yeah, right now 55.25. That's the max loss. So get away from that price point.
Yeah,
totally.
Slightly.
Go for it.
Let's go over to the TVIX, as we said, and I suspect that this has moved quite a bit today because, so you've had a high of 991, you're at 944 right now. Excuse me. $929 was that high.
Yep.
1089 is where it looks like it still wants to spike to. It's going to be interesting. Let's go back to the VIX because that comeback on the Dow, yeah, look at that, 1451 to 1315 now.
Just before you go away, when's the last time we saw 1451? September 5th. Okay, not that long ago. Seems like it was ages.
Seriously. Now it gets interesting here that this is almost just coming down, filling the gap too. 1296 would be the top of the gap. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So we'll see how this baby shakes out. And, you know, what does happen, each and every time, you know, this market has no doubt come back, but it takes energy to come back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, like I said, it's been a while since we've had 3 consecutive days where the Dow is down triple digits to begin the day, let alone what else happens.
Oh, you were ringing in my ears this morning when I was making the newsletter.
Yeah, in what way?
For that quote.
Okay.
You remember yesterday you were saying 2, and I woke up,
yesterday I said 2.
I says, look at this, it's 3 now.
Right.
You know, which we haven't seen.
Definitely.
You know, and so the real key is going to be like how far can you come back, and let's go to the NQs for a second, because the NQs are right where they were about 8:30 this morning. Yeah, see, they're coming right up. Is that 8:30? Yeah, right in there. That's 720. Yeah, there's 8:30 up there.
Yep.
So
there it is, right?
Yeah, 62.76. A little bit higher.
Well,
I guess
close. No.
they were down about 18.
Okay.
Now the cool thing here, folks, okay, you know, is that you get a high volume low.
Okay.
So the probabilities get pretty good that they get tested. You know.
Yeah. Mr. Back, I'm gonna get on that bar. What bar is that? Is that It's 9:30.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and there's no doubt that the buying the dip is still alive and well. We get over and we take a look at the King Dollar. So let's go take a look at King Dollar, because King Dollar came right back to its breakout area, and thus far has rejected it. That's, what's that, 93,365.
Okay.
We got 93,305. Now, the cool thing here is this. Because of the way that we came down, and if we take a look at this, what you're going to see is that good old King Dollar broke its uptrend with conviction. You know, meaning
Definitely.
I'll put the volume in here. And you know, when you're looking at something like that, you know, you broke the line. When you break with conviction with wide price spread, accelerated volume, you know, your target is the low.
Definitely.
So it'd be interesting to see that our man, Mr. Bud Rolfs, you know, I mean, he said he loved these things. And, you know, what does happen is that if you get a bounce, then it bounces to the underside of the trend line.
He wants to see it retest that line.
That's right.
And then
fire away.
Got it.
Fire away, baby. Wonder how he's doing with his biotechs. These biotechs have been moving around so much. Yeah, exactly. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. Let's go over and take a look at, so what we had last night is that platinum haven't moved forever, folks. Now, we got a little movement last night inside the platinum market, and that doesn't look like the active contract. Let me see. PL.
If you just click on the active one, yeah. January. There we go.
Yeah, so, and
we're into January of 18, man.
we're going to need a lot more than that, but what that's about, that's those Zimbabwe deal, too, you know, because they got platinum. Okay. So it's like, you know, did you read the numbers for that Zimbabwe deal, like, are crazy. Like, there's 98% unemployment.
Okay, no, I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, it's like over the top, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, you know, it's like, what are they going to do? It's pretty intense, man. 877-927-6648. Go take a look at the, let's go to the small caps, because when Kevin Hinks was talking about the small caps, when we brought that up, it looks like the small caps, all they've actually done, and this is where, you know, all us bears have to really watch out, because we came back to the breakout area, 145.16. We did 144.50. You're coming back with to 66 million. That's a normal test with light volume.
Sure.
You know, so you know, you can see that this thing can bounce up here somewhere into the 147.44 area. And let me go to the XLF, because what had happened is that you had the small caps falling apart, as well as the, not falling apart, but the financials, the financial sector. So it's like, okay, so see, this came down here also and tested that high volume low, 25.89, right? Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
You know. So both of those, those were the two sectors that had come off when the S&Ps was still high, you know. So this is going to get intriguing to see that, okay, what time do we have there?
It's about 50 past.
50 past, and the Dow is down 108, which is nothing, right?
Can it get to minus like 40, which is where it's kind of ended our program each of the last couple of days? We'll see. And let's just jump back into, where are we? There we are, checking in on that oil market real quick. Where are we trading at? Okay, we got a little boost, 55.43. So we're 18 cents to the positive. We'll see where that shakes out.
Yeah.
But volatility in either direction is a good thing.
I can't see that.
Sure. We have Jim from Palm Harbor. Jim,
hey,
good
Jim,
morning.
what's going on?
Hey, how are you guys today?
I'm doing great,
doing
man.
well,
How you
man.
been?
Oh, I've been hanging out, just kind of, I've been watching you a lot, but I've just been watching. I've not been doing a whole lot of trading, but a while back I got into the SOXX semiconductor ETF, and I'm up pretty good in it, but I'm wondering if I should get out, thinking it might go very low now.
Let's take a look at it. So you got the SOXX. This is the iShares Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, which, so Intel's 8% of it, Qualcomm's 8, NVIDIA's 8, Texas is 8, 7, Broadcom,
Yep, Micron, AMAT,
Yeah.
Lam Research.
Well, you know, Yeah, stay right there, Jim. You got what you want today. This is interesting because when it came down last week, that's a high volume low with 173.17. It almost tested it.
It's looking at November 9th.
Yeah. Stay right there, Jim. We're going to come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now are positive by 500.
Stop.
Down 108.
Don't.
We'll be right back, folks.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Jim. We're talking about the SOX. So what you have here is that, this little baby, had quite a run. There's no two ways about that. Now, you came down on volume last week on the 9th, Jim. And you're bouncing, you're going to bounce at lighter volume today. It's like, let me just put this on a weekly for a second so if I can see if we get another ABC up. Well,
where does the trend begin? It's just straight up.
It is. It's. I guess the best thing you can do is just, there's something like this. You put a stop in it. Do you know what I mean? And intraday, I'd have it every day. I mean, because what does happen is that if the market ever opens up like down 400 or 500, yeah, you get hurt. But other than that, this is not,
Well, I was just going to say, just like Kevin says, man, with a run like this in the market, with a run like this in this stock, you can get a decent pullback, and it's just a healthy deal. But do you want to take that after that type of a run off?
Right. Yeah, you're going to decide that, if you give the money back, is that a change in your life, or do you take the money, is that a change in your life? That's how I kind of do them up at different times, you know what I mean? It's because that's what it's about. It's about...
Or do you just want to pick a point where you just want to make sure you do take it off the table?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I really like the semiconductors because they're in everything, and with the Internet of Things coming up, and
they are in everything.
Even defense stocks use a lot of semiconductors and telephones, everything.
I was going to say they probably use more than anybody even knows.
Everything. There's no doubt. Yeah. Listen, gold's not even moving, but gold, 5% of the gold was used in between the semiconductors and the sensors of these new cars.
Sure.
That's a lot. And 10 years ago, that wasn't it. That wasn't here. Cooking, brother.
Thanks, Jim.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. So we got swim lessons coming up next. Then we get Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Be back this afternoon. Don't forget about Larry and John Jameson. You want to understand cryptocurrencies, where we're going, check it out. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get them, folks.
Basil Chapman has just announced a special subscriber event taking place Monday, November 20th from 5 till 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What can you anticipate for 2018? In this 90-minute webinar for subscribers to Basil's daily trading newsletter, The Opening Call, he will be discussing a variety of topics for the coming year, including, can high techs continue to lead? Will the financials be affected by yields, and where will yields be in 2018? The chances for inflation or deflation? What stocks could be affected or weakened in the coming year, as well as Basil's long-term outlook for the dollar and gold, as well as many other topics. For all the details and to sign up for a 30-day free trial to The Opening Call, visit the front page of TFNN.com today. With nothing to risk, this is a great time to try out Basil's daily trading newsletter. Sign up today.